It drove a French merchant mad, knocked off kings, and sent heiresses scrambling. The Hope Diamond, 45 carats of deep blue chaos, supposedly ripped from the eye of an angry goddess. Every crown that touched it slipped, every dynasty that owned it crumbled. But what if the curse is just the smoothest sales pitch ever sold? What if the real horror is a century-old ad campaign? Rewind to the 1600s. Jean-Baptiste Tavernier rolls back into Paris after a long Indian shopping spree, pockets bulging with a giant blue rock later called the French Blue. He flips it to Louis XIV, who pops it into a gold setting and struts around Versailles like he's invented glamour. No ghosts, no hexes, just royal flexing. For 100+ years, bourbon after bourbon flashes the stone. Then 1792 hits, the palace gets looted, and the diamond vanishes. Poof. 20 years later, a trimmer, brighter version shows up in London under the name Hope. Flash to 1908, headlines shriek about a hoodoo diamond that can level dynasties with a blink. Enter Pierre Cartier, jeweler, charmer, occasional fiction writer. He's stuck with an unsold rock and a cooling market. So he spins a bedtime story for Evelyn Walsh McLean, America's richest tragedy magnate. Priests, temple theft, blood oaths, the works. Cartier even hands her a scrapbook of clipped obituaries. Suicides, crashes, bankruptcies, all proof the gem's hungry. Evelyn, who collects heartbreak like stamps, signs the check before dessert. Cartier's casualty list looks brutal on paper. Tavernier, torn apart by wild dogs, except he died at 84, comfortably rich in Europe. Louis XIV, gangrene, not ghosts. Louis XVI and Marie Antoinette, guillotine politics, not jewelry. Henry Philip Hope, plain old age. His heirs fought over money. Shocking, right? Actress May Yohe blamed the stone for 2 divorces and an empty purse, then cashed in with her memoir, The Mystery of the Hope Diamond. She wasn't cursed, she was just out of roles. Once Evelyn fastens the diamond to her necklace, the press goes feral. Her son sneezes, front page, a fender bender near her estate, proof the thing's lethal. Tragedy does strike. Her oldest son dies in a crash, her daughter overdoses, her husband loses his mind. Horrific, yes, but the kind of misfortune that can hit any family with enough money and bad luck. Papers don't see random pain, they see a pattern. Cartier cashes the check and hides his grin behind a silk handkerchief. 1. Evelyn's estate sells the diamond to the Smithsonian, $1 million plus the price of a brown paper envelope. It's been sitting under bulletproof glass ever since. No curators exploded, no visitors turned to stone. The curse took one look at fluorescent lighting and a $25 gift shop hoodie and retired. Turns out bureaucracy is kryptonite for ancient hexes. We don't want a rock, we want a campfire tale. A gem is boring, a possessed rock is pure merch. Cartier knew it, the tabloids knew it, and the Smithsonian gift shop knows it better than anyone. Shine a UV light on the stone, watch it glow red. Blood, gasps the crowd. A string of bad coincidences? Destiny. The curse lives on because it sells tickets, t-shirts, and replica pendants at 400% markup. So here's the punchline. The hope isn't cursed by priests or vengeful gods. It's cursed by us, by our appetite for drama, our itch for a story, and our willingness to pay extra for goosebumps. Cartier's little fib snowballed into a legend so loud it turned a rock into an icon. Next time you hear about a possessed painting, a killer doll, or a haunted necklace, ask who's ringing the register. The truth is rarely supernatural, always cheaper, and way more twisted. If this wrecked everything you thought you knew, tap subscribe. There's a whole museum of lies to expose. Comment your favorite cursed object, and I'll dig up the receipts.